what I want you to do, um, quickly skim it and just give me the general idea. Give me the gist. Quick skim. Don't worry about vocabulary you don't understand. What's this about? Okay. Okay, you guys are fast. Okay, I had the images turned off. Okay, we have Sophie and Jason. Sophie, what's the main idea of this paragraph?
Like different types of explorers and what they do.
Great, perfect, great, enough. Okay, so tell me, what is the topic sentence? Can somebody read the topic sentence for me? Okay, Jason.
Throughout history, explorers have been inspired to investigate land, space, and sea.
Perfect. So now we know we're going to read about explorers, and there's explorers who explore land or space or the sea. Great. What is the first main point? Okay, Jason.
The first main point is that a type of explorer is a land explorer.
Okay, good. Okay, now we have supporting sentences. How many supporting sentences are there? Okay, Sophie?
I think like four.
Okay, let's count. One, two, three. Yeah, you're right, four. Um, and what are these sentences doing, Sophie?
They're kind of explaining like what a land explorer is or what they do and like famous land explorers and what
Right.
they did.
Okay, are they talking about more than one famous land? Okay, so
Yeah.
they're
Well,
talking, sorry, Sophie.
well, technically, yes and no, I guess. I
Okay,
mean, they
who's
just
the
talk
main one? Who's the main person?
Sacagawea.
Yes, yes. So she was a Native American and she helped Lewis and Clark, who were famous explorers. And so, what are these sentences doing? Ella, what do you think? What are these sentences doing? Are they explaining, giving examples? What are they doing?
They're like giving examples so like they can convince the reader that explorers are really important have been like inspired to investigate the land.
Yes, good. Okay. For example, this Native American who helped because she understood the land, she knew how to navigate it. Clark and Lewis didn't know, but she helped them with their exploration to create new routes from the Mississippi River to the Pacific Ocean. What kind of sentence is that? Is it an explanation or an example, Sophie?
It's kind of more like informational, I guess. Like,
Yeah, it's an example, I would
yeah.
say, of what one example of what she did. And that was to open routes from Mississippi. So this one is an example, and the others are explaining um, about this woman. Okay. What is the second main point, Edward? What's the second main point?
The second main point is like space explorers.
Yes. Okay. So when we look at, I'm just going to highlight stuff here. Ooh, okay, that's really yucky. Okay, I'm gonna delete it. Okay, I'll do it later, maybe. Okay. Oops. Okay, so we have the second point introduces the another type of explorer is the space explorer. Edward, how many sentences are there and who is the space explorer?
Wait, I think three.
Okay,
And
we have,
Neil Armstrong is the space explorer.
I think there are only two sentences. Am I?
Oh,
Okay, what was special about Neil Armstrong?
he like was the first person to walk on the moon.
Yeah. Okay, great. And so again, we have explanations and an example. Okay. If we go to Ella again, no, Jason, sorry. The third main point is what?
Sea explorers. Explorers that explore the sea.
Yes, finally, ocean explorers dive deep into the sea looking for answers to unsolved mysteries. Sophie, who did they talk about?
They talked about um Jacques
Okay,
Cus.
okay.
I can't pronounce that.
It's another French name. He was a person from France. His name is Jacques Cousteau. So EAU in French is pronounced O. Jacques Cousteau. Cousteau. And so he lived to be 87 years old and he was very famous. He had his own TV show and everything. Um, what was so interesting, Jason, about Jacques Cousteau? What did he do?
He was an oceanographer, a researcher, and an award-winning filmmaker.
Good. And he did something, he improved something, Edward. What did he improve?
His like something that like he improved was like his like better scuba diving equipment.
Yeah, good. So do you all have any of you ever scuba dived? No, I have like a couple times. Anyway, it's really cool. What is the concluding sentence, Ella? Or could be sentences. I think there are two.
Although these explorers have answered many of nature's mysteries, there is still much to learn. Tomorrow's explorers are sure to answer more of these questions.
Yeah. So what is the difference between the concluding sentence and the introductory sentence in this paragraph? Anybody want to try? What's the difference between the two? Okay, Sophie.
Um, in the beginning, it says like, it talks about the explorers investigating them, but in the end, it talks about the explorers having more questions.
Yeah. So yes, it adds information. So what happens with the introductory sentence? It introduces what the essay is going to discuss. And what's going to be discussed is uh, how these explorers were inspired to investigate the land around us, the space, and the sea. And because of this exploration, it led to answering questions they had about nature. But it wasn't the finish. This is just the beginning. When you answer questions, you get more questions. You actually get better questions, more detailed questions. And so this is what discovery and this is what their discoveries have done. It's provided information and has led to more questions, more detailed questions. Good. Okay, so moving along. Have any of you ever seen Jacques Cousteau? No? Okay, maybe I'll just show you it's only 1 minute long. You've all seen Neil Armstrong on the moon? Yes? No? Do do you guys all know who Neil Armstrong is? Yes? No?
Yeah, does he have that like famous quote, something like one step for man, one leap for mankind?
Yeah, giant leap for mankind. Okay, this is just a little something. I think he was doing a collaboration with Disney.
What's it like down there? It's fantastic. When my friends and I started, it was for us the pleasure of discovering. In order to go deeper, in order to stay longer, I became an inventor by necessity. That's when I understood the power of images. Yeah. I began to see that the things that we had admired were beginning to decay. And we said, we have to do something. We have to enter the fight because you only protect what you love. Is he a scientist, researcher, philosopher, man looking at the future? Can you tell me what you think are your greatest accomplishments? I am not interested in myself. I'm interested in the world outside me.
Okay. So I bet you can see things on YouTube about Jacques Cousteau. Okay, now I think I'm going to make this a little smaller. So we've already done all of this. We've done it. Okay. So, okay, we know 3 types of explorers were discussed in this paragraph. Let's look at number 4. Check the statement that tells the purpose of the paragraph. What was the purpose of the paragraph? Anybody? Sorry, Jason?
C, to discuss types of explorers.
Good. Okay. Now we're going to look at 5 features, 5 things of a good topic sentence. And this topic sentence is like the photograph, the snapshot for the whole paragraph. It guides, it's your guide for writing the paragraph. And it lets the reader know what the paragraph will be about. A topic sentence doesn't give a general fact, as we discovered from the other exercise we did. It doesn't do that. It does more than that. You have to be careful because a paragraph is very short. Your topic sentence has to be specific. So, for example, this is funny. Credit cards are useful. Oh, yeah, sure. They're very useful. They have so many different uses. Too much information for a paragraph. It's too general. Here, credit cards, number 4, were invented in 1950. Why isn't this sentence useful as a topic sentence? Okay, Sophie. Yeah.
You can't really elaborate on that.
Yeah, it's a statement. Yeah, it's a fact. And then you have the controlling idea. So here we have a credit card is one of the most important things that a traveler needs while on vacation. And then you can give 2 or 3 reasons why. Okay. So the controlling idea is the purpose of the topic, the reason, what aspect of the topic do you want to address? Okay, so now we don't have much time, but let's see if we could do 1 or 2 of these. Which one is the best topic sentence for number 1?